Well, good afternoon. It's me again, Skalla here. It's time for another session of Let's Talk. Yesterday, I introduced you to my book called Confessions of a Recovering Racist. And you should do yourself the favor and buy the book. The link would be at the bottom in the description of this video. Get yourself a book in South Africa. You can order it online on that webpage, and I can courier it to you with a courier guy or Pudo. I'm busy working on getting it loaded onto Amazon and other international sites so that it's available for you guys as well. Well, seeing that the book is about racism, I thought let's talk a little bit just about what is racism, just so that we get some understanding and come onto some common ground. Yesterday I had a breakfast and some coffee with some mates, and the one's a policeman, the one's a politician, and we realized that everybody has different views of what is a racist. For the one guy is, I didn't join the Ku Klux Klan or some other right-wing organization that kills black people or persecutes black people. And for another person, it is, just stay in your side, we stay in our side. We don't have to mix with each other. We don't have to be friendly to each other. But they call themselves not racists. So the fact is, most of us are racist. It is very, very difficult not to be, growing up in our divided world. And we've just got to accept that fact. And the quicker we can accept it, the quicker we can deal with it. So there are different descriptions and definitions of racism. Mostly, the most common understanding of it is prejudice and discrimination and antagonism directed towards a specific race, purely because of their color or their ethnic group. And the assumption is that we are superior to them. So we're superior, they are inferior. And that will then eventually lead to a certain way of us treating them. Because if I'm superior, I can look down on you, I can speak to you just like however I want to, and I can be as disrespectful with you as I want. And that is what we see out, unfortunately. I see it a lot around where people treat others with that disrespect purely on the basis of the color. People are arrogant and rude, and that is hurtful. It is hurtful when you treat another human being like that. It's hurtful for them, and no wonder people hated us for so many years, because we are guilty. As white people, we are truly guilty of that. Other form of racism is when governments and institutions use racist laws specifically targeting race groups to oppress them in some way or another, or to withhold economic opportunities from them. Like we in South Africa did in apartheid years, and America and Australia and Britain. It's been done all over. Don't try to deny it. Don't try to hide from it. Just accept that history is history. It's written in the books. All right. But now, in our times that we are living in, that has been reversed. And for example, in South Africa, we have racist laws that is called Black Economic Empowerment or affirmative action, or whatever you want to call it, which is a law based on certain funds, certain types of business, certain types of dealings. For example, government spending, government funding must only go to black people, or majority to black people. We know when the new government took over, they literally emptied out our government departments of all white people, especially technicians. So Telkom, Eskom, Sasol, a lot of our state-owned enterprises, like the airlines and everybody, the people were fired purely because they were white, and other people were employed because they were not white. And most often that came at the cost of quality of work, because the new people were not qualified to do the work yet. They were not ready for it yet, and it led to the collapse of most of our state-owned, well, all of our state-owned enterprises. So this is another form of discrimination and racism. And I know, there are people who are watching this are going to shout, you whites will say this because you want to, blame other people also for racism. Well, it's the truth. So there are also these politicians who can spew out whatever they like, call for white people to be murdered. And when you call them a racist, they say, it's impossible for me to be a racist because I'm black. Well, I'm sorry to say to you that that is racism. Any discrimination, any antagonism towards another person or persons just purely on their race or ethnic groups is racism. People of the same color, like black people who are antagonistic towards other black tribal groupings, that is tribalism. I mean, we see that throughout Africa where tribalism is rife and people from different tribes cannot handle each other, they fight each other, they kill each other. We saw it in Rwanda with the genocide. Tribalism and racism carries the same spirit. It's that same spirit of we are better than you, or we hate you so much and therefore we will annihilate you, we will take you out. And I want to talk to us people, to us oaks, and say we are living in new times. We are living in uncharted territory. We are here together. Nothing's going to change. We are now black, white, Indian, Chinese, colored, all in South Africa, all in America, all in Canada, all over the world. All countries are now mixed. There's very few countries that are not mixed and that are dominantly one culture. And we have to make this thing work now. If we don't make this work now, we are in for big trouble, even bigger than what we are currently experiencing. America's on fire. Britain and Ireland, these places are on fire because of racial tension and hatred. And I want to just challenge all of you that are listening to this to go through the same process that I went through, to say, well, firstly, I think most of us can just say, yes, I'm racist, because that's kind of, we are. And to see why we think like that. The first thing is because we assume that we are superior to others. And that is where most racism stems from, other than the reverse of that now. And that we can say, look, we have to acknowledge, we have to come to the point we acknowledge that the Creator, the Father of the universe, made all humans equal. Right? And if the moment you can acknowledge another person's equality in terms of how the Maker sees them, you've already gone very far. Because now I can argue with you, I can reason with you, I can say you are saying stupid things from your platform, or you are implementing stupid policies that are disruptive and that are not good for development, without you being able to call me a racist, because I don't see you as inferior. And that is the point where we have to get to. But the first steps of that is to start looking at other people through the eyes of this perspective that we are all created equal in God's sight. Once we can do that, we can start treating your person, your cashier, the petrol attendant, the guy who cleans your garden, the people who sits on the street corners. If we can look at them and say, look, God values you as a human being. God created you. He loves you. Who am I to do anything less than that? Am I higher than the Creator? Then we are just arrogant and we're full of pride, and that is not the spirit of God. So it is firstly setting this baseline of coming to recognize other people as equal to us. And I think I'm going to leave it there, some food for thought for the weekend. And then we can talk further about it and about some of the other issues next weekend. I just stated again, not all cultures and belief systems and religions are equal. But human beings are equal in the sight of God. Okay, thank you. I just want to remind you to like and share and what do you think? Follow this page, and also look at the link below. Follow that link, and if you're in South Africa, follow it. You can buy the book online, and I will mail it to you. And you guys in America who have been asking for books, I've had people in America and Australia asking for books. It will be up and running soon. Anyway, guys, nice to talk to you again. We'll chat in a few days.